Those who have been to a ruined wedding, what happened? My dad and stepmom's wedding was a shit show, for context. Her family was terrible on both sides, abusive father, neglectful alcoholic mother, and step-parents who didn't care about her much, and she basically ran to my father to get away from it all when she was 15. Bigger problem was, my dad was 26, also abusive, and just a real fucking shitshow of a person. On my father's side of things, he hated his mother and blamed everything wrong in his life on her, as he did to most women in his family. Later doing it to my stepmom, so the wedding was doomed to be terrible. It started when my stepmom was walking down the aisle. She'd reconnected with her father in the last year and had recently been in a fight with her stepfather, so it was just her dad walking her. There was a branch in the way outdoor wedding, but he pulled it out of the way for her. As she thanks him, he lets go and flings it back into her face and literally collapses laughing. She awkwardly chuckles, no doubt knowing he is going to get mad at her if she shows she's upset, and the day continues but she's visibly upset. After the toasts, some people didn't drink the champagne that had been set out. The one thing she had asked of her mom was that she not drink. She was even given sparkling juice rather than champagne, so while stepmom is changing into her reception dress, her mom goes table to table pounding down all of the alcohol she can get her hands on. A cousin of mine who doesn't know what's happening starts chanting, chug, 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 and stepmom walks back to her mom downing the last one and denying everything. Cousin slips out the tent once he realizes what's going on and leaves the two alone to argue. Stepmom comes out crying a few minutes later, goes back to her car, and doesn't come back for a good 20 minutes. While all of that is happening, Grandma pulls up and starts cursing out my dad for a ton of shit, including marrying a kid. Stepmom was 25 at this point, who she hates, not letting her invite a friend to the wedding, and him owing her a bunch of money. Dad tells her to fuck off and she leaves. Then my dad got mad at my stepmom for being gone so long, accused her of either being a baby, for crying, or of lying and cheating on him, so she sat down on the fringes and tried to not cry and also remain visible to my dad for the next several hours. They may have been dating for 10 years, but the marriage only lasted 6 months.